Hey guys, and welcome back. So I had a couple of thoughts earlier today because I've had a couple of conversations with friends around the world recently, and I asked them, if tomorrow was not promised, are you happy with your life today? And the responses were different because we're all on different timelines and paths, and you know, if tomorrow was not promised, are you truly happy? Are you? There's a lot of people who aren't. And the time now is such a great time to reflect on our lives and also reevaluate every aspect of our lives. From our partnerships to our friendships to our work life to our family life to everything that we are doing in our lives right now, because in this forced quarantine, it's a forced reflection if you choose to look at it that way. Many people, a lot of people will choose not to reflect on their lives and will continue to distract themselves with the Netflix and the social media and all that stuff. And to put work in our own development, it is work. And a lot of people treat it, myself included, I treat it as if it's my job. I continually work on myself every single day, and it's something that I take pride in because it allows me to not react versus respond to things that are happening outside of myself that I cannot control. And for example, the coronavirus and the quarantine, what I can do is continually to raise my vibration every single day. So I am not in a state of fear, anger, sadness, guilt, of any of these lower vibrational states, which can hinder the masses. And so I wrote a poem. And I've been reading I've been reading a lot of poetry in the last couple of weeks, and I've been very fortunate also to have poetry being read to me in quarantine, which is pretty cool. I mean, technology is great. And so I tried my hand at poetry, and poetry is just being in the state of flow, which I'm in the state of flow. And as a channel and conduit, I am allowing these words to flow through me. So I published my first poem on medium.com, and the title is If Tomorrow Never Came. And it's a quarantine poem. I'm going to read it to you guys. If tomorrow never came, would you be happy for your today? Is there joy in your life that bellows out into flames? Does happiness pour from you, or does it flow past you? Would you know love in its purest form, even if he or she stood in front of you as you stood in front of the mirror, a forced reflection? If tomorrow never came, would the choices you've made be the same? Would these same choices be of value? Would you still climb the highest mountain to stuff your wallets, to be carried down on the shelves of the emptiness inside? Or would you gather your closest friends for fellowship of the soul? We laugh without hope and cry without happiness. Tomorrow is not promised, not even our next breath. If tomorrow never came, are you happy with how your last day would look? Look not to measure yourself with another. You are your own scale. If balance is what you seek, my dear, become the scale. So that is my first poem on medium.com. And who knew, right? Who knew that I had this in me? And the responses that I received when I asked this question to a couple of my friends, they're all different. And I think about our world a lot, and I think about the collective consciousness and how many people are suffering right now, not only emotionally, but mentally and physically and financially. It's all of the above, and it's not just from deaths from the virus. It is the side effects of it. And we are at a stage right now in our lives to take a look and reevaluate. each one of our actions, as the consequences of, as a whole, is today. What is happening in our world right now is our faults, all of our faults. But we could rise above it together as one if awareness kicks in and consciousness, the consciousness factor of everybody's karmic paths kicks in. And we could rise above it. We could, as a collective consciousness, rise up. And there will be many people using this time to distract themselves. I used to do the same, distract ourselves from our emotions inside of our souls. And instead of feeling what's happening inside, we will watch the Netflix, we will scroll through social media, we will make the TikTok videos, we will continue to do that. And that will be our future, because the seeds that we plant today can ultimately bloom our garden tomorrow. But if you look at your own garden today, how does it look? Is it abundant and is it overflowing? Or is it dry and malnourished? As a whole, our garden is dry soil, no fruits, really barely any fruits, barely any vegetables, any buds. And if there were, the others would come and they would take it. This is where we are, and this is a truth of who we are as a whole, as a whole. As long as I am doing my part, I know that today, my last day, I'm good. I'm so happy where I've gotten to myself here. Where I am today, I'm very happy. I'm very blessed. I see abundance in every single thing and everyone in my life. It's taken a lot of work, but it's continual. Self-development is continual. And for those of you hurting today and with your self-identity stripped away from you because you identified with everything that was outside of you, from your partner to finances, to work, to social statuses, you're not alone. There's so many people in our world who have identified their self-worth and self-identity with things outside of themselves. And what's left is a core of you. That's the essence of who you are. And you are so beautiful. And everyone around you, the true, authentic friends you have, they could see it. Can you? Can you? Who do you surround yourself with? Are they true and authentic? Do they tell you the truth? Or are they yes men and women and they just agree with you? And your patterns, your energetic patterns that you have been cycling through this life in a vicious circle. Like who are you? Do you know? And if you don't, great, grab a pen, start writing down your cycle, start writing down your patterns. This is where you begin to start asking yourself and understanding who you are. Because we need you. The world needs you. The world needs a happier and joyful you. The collective consciousness needs your vibrational frequencies that lift up not only yourself but other people. This is it. This is life. This is we are a collective and we are connected. So, and for those of you who know who you are, continue to do what you're doing. You are, even if you feel alone in this, you are adding to the collective consciousness and raising the vibrations of our world. Continue to do that. And, maybe one day we'll meet, not in this realm, but in a different realm. So I send you guys my love. I send you guys my blessings from Eastern Europe in the corner of my room, because I'm trying to sit in different parts of my apartment because, hashtag quarantine life. I send you my love. Namaste.